Hi everybody, so I'm here with my mom, Pauline. What I wanted to do was start picking her brain because I don't know how to do anything skill-wise. I don't know how to make certain breads and just do things. I don't know how to really garden. I don't know how to can. And I wanted to start filming mom explaining and teaching all that stuff to me so that I could have it recorded. And then if it works out and looks good and we're okay with it, we'll show it to everybody else and it might help somebody else out in the world. So that's the plan. You're gonna teach me how to can too.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
okay.
And other things.
Okay.
So I've got a list of things.
Okay.
But today, so I was thinking of things that I wanted to learn how to do, and one of them is to make sourdough bread. Mom has taught me how to make sourdough muffins, and I've made sourdough chocolate chip cookies. Of course, there's a million things you can make with it, but I wanted to learn how to make the sandwich bread, and she knows how to do it. So she's going to show us how.
Go ahead. I use recipes, the sourdough especially, from Lisa Bass. It's Farmhouse on Boone. Her book is full of sourdough, how to start sourdough, different kinds of sourdough. Yesterday I made a sourdough banana bread. And today we're going to make basic sandwich bread. She also wants to use all-purpose flour, but I like the consistency of the bread with the bread flour. I have here 1,120 grams of bread flour, or all-purpose is what she uses. You just put that in your stand mixer bowl. You don't really have to do all of this. You can just pour it right into the bowl. You need 2.5 cups of water or 590 grams. And I usually measure out in grams because it's more accurate. And the bread comes out pretty good every time. And then we're going to put in 1 cup of sourdough. I usually keep my sourdough in the fridge, but before I start making something, unless it's like banana bread, you don't have to have an active. It's like your discard you use with your banana bread, but the bread has to have something that's bubbly and active. So yesterday I took it out of the refrigerator and added flour and water and got it really bubbly, and it rose, so it's ready to go. As you can see, the bubbles in it. It's very active.
Okay, I have a question about that. Okay. You've done your starter or whatever, and you stick it in the fridge, and it's just like waiting there, dormant. So when you say active, it's warmed up.
It's warmed up, and like most of the time when I put mine in the refrigerator, I don't have very much. I may have 1/3 of a cup in the refrigerator, but it's active. But you're talking about the discard part.
I'm saying, what's the difference? Some things you said something, because I just read about that. You can just pull it right out of the fridge and use that.
Yes.
And then some stuff you have to let it sit.
Yes. Like the banana bread, you're going to add baking soda, baking powder, which is your rising agents. So you don't need active starter. You just need the nutrition in it.
Okay. So that right there is what makes it rise.
This makes it rise.
Because it's active.
Yes.
If you have baking powder and baking soda like we do with the muffins.
Right.
You just add that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Adding in how much?
We're adding in 200 grams or 1 cup of sourdough starter. And this makes 2 bread loaves. And
I probably should have, maybe we should have started with creating a sourdough starter, but there are lots of videos online that people show you how to do it. Mom's already showed me how to do it. And remember, I'm kind of being selfish and thinking about myself. I already know how to do that, so that's why I'm starting with bread. But if you need information on even making sourdough, there's lots of resources online. And I can link some videos that I've watched too.
I've had this sourdough starter for about 3 years. So once you get it going, you can continue to use it, add to it. And you can add different kinds. I've added bread flour to this. We added whole wheat flour to this. It doesn't necessarily have to be every time. I feel like it does better when you do all-purpose flour, and you need the organic all-purpose, not the kind of bleached. You don't want that. It won't do any good.
Okay.
So anyway, 113 grams or half a cup of butter, which is a stick. Her recipe says softened. If you don't happen to think of it, you can just melt it in your microwave. That's normally how I do it. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. Now, I think you can add sugar if you'd rather. I like the idea of putting honey in my bread. And a tablespoon of salt. Straight in. Now we're going to put it in our stand mixer. This to me makes it a lot easier because you don't have to do all those stretching bowls.
Which is what she does?
Yes, that's what she does. But she also said you could do it this way.
Okay.
So you just start mixing. Let it mix for at least 10 minutes. Well, then you can do the window pane test.
Tell us about that.
It's just when you pick it up and you can stretch it, it'll also stretch and it won't tear apart. And you can see the light through it.
Okay.
That means your gluten is activated.
Said about 10 minutes, and she's a pro. We didn't time it, but she's using that window test.
You see it there, but although it did fall apart, so I think we should go maybe a couple of more minutes with that.
Okay.
It's still not like it should be.
So you were able to see through it, but since it fell apart, it's not ready.
It fell apart, yeah.
Okay.
And again, I'm not a perfectionist at this. My family likes it, and that's what I go with. I don't claim to be. And sometimes it's not perfect. Sometimes it's dense. And sometimes it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a trial and error of what you like. And that's kind of what we do. So my husband loves it. So most of the time that's why I make it.
Yep. Action.
Okay, I have this plastic wonderful container that I use for my bread. I got it off of Amazon maybe a year and a half ago, and it works great. And I just put cooking spray in, or butter, or oil, whatever you have. It doesn't have to be this. It's just easier. And then you just put your bread dough in. See how stretchy that is? Mm-hmm. That's good. And just let it sit in there and cover up with the lid. And if your house is really, really warm, this works really good in the summertime. If you have a wood stove, you can set it close to your wood stove. It'll rise really quick. But if you also have an oven that proofs, it's even better. So you just put your oven on proof, put it in, and it just seems like just within a few hours, probably half the time, it will rise up. It needs to double in size.
Okay.
When you get it out, you've got to roll it out. I'll show you that process. And then you have to put it into your pans and let it rise again. So it's a process to do with sourdough, and you have to be make more than one loaf, or be prepared to make it before you need it. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And that's all you do, and you just let it rise until it doubles in size.
Okay. So Mom sent us a loaf of this banana bread last night. It's the sourdough banana bread she was talking about. It's so good. She put some chocolate chips in there. Delicioso. I've already had 2 pieces of it, but I wanted to show you guys that and just express how thankful I am that my mother sends us warm banana bread.
I'm not very. We've had it in about 4 hours in a proofing oven, and you can see it's doubled in size. It's done very well. So now we're going to take it out and put it on a floured counter, cutting board, whatever you have. And it's going to be warm because that oven was on a proof setting.
Something to mention that me and Mom were just talking about. Not everybody has that proofing option in their oven, so the times are going to vary. So maybe you don't have to go by the time, but if it's doubled in size, to just pay attention to that, and that will help you know when it's ready.
And it doesn't mean that if it takes 8 hours, if it takes 10 hours, it won't hurt it, how warm your house is, or wherever you put. We'll use a dough scraper to cut it in two. We didn't know we had this, or I didn't explain myself well to Elise, so that's why we used a knife. But this is the perfect thing to cut that in two, your dough, before you get ready to bake it second time.
Okay.
One side at a time, just pat it out. And again, this is kind of warm because it's been in the proofing oven. It's working well. Then I just roll it up. Pinch it together. You want to spray your pan. And this is really soft because of the warm oven. And that's that one.
Now you did a little flippity something other on that you just do naturally. And
What?
You got to tell us, people that don't know.
What did I do?
I'll stop you before you do it.
I flipped the pinching to the bottom.
Is that all you did?
That's all
Did
I
you
did.
do a little tucking though on the
Maybe.
ends?
I tucked it in order to get it in the pan.
I think, yeah, it was real quick, and she knows what she's doing, but
Okay.
I don't. I don't have the best kitchen island to be working with right now.
I just did it quick because this is warm and it's really stretchy. Spray
Okay.
the pan again. Into there. I'm going to put it back in a proof oven.
Okay.
For maybe an hour. It's just according again to how warm everything is. And you want your bread to come just above your pan and when it's risen. And we wait again.
Okay.
But this time won't be as long as the first time.
Here we are. It is good and proved. Oh, sorry. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put the egg wash on these. Mom is not with me, but hopefully I can handle this step. So it is 1 egg yolk and 1 tablespoon of water. I hope I didn't proof this too long. Now we're going to put them in the oven at 375 for 45 minutes. But Mom says check them a little bit before that because she thinks it might be too long, so I'm going with that. You're good. Get you a bite.
Thank you. I don't need
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'll put it with supper.